Hello everyone out there on YouTube. This is one of the books that I found of many books that Jehovah Witnesses has wrote, from Charles T. Russell almost all the way down to our day. This is called Universal War Near. And to show you this book is genuine. It was copyright 1935, published by the Watchtower Bible Tract Society, International Bible Students Association, Brooklyn, New York. And at the top, when I go to different pages, it'll show you the date of Universal War Near PDF. Okay, it's showing 1935 Universal War. I'm recording off my TV, so you may see weird looking colors. This is on page 8. And the end of that period of waiting must come sometime, and when reached, it marks the beginning of the preparations for the executing of Satan and his wicked forces in the great universal war. Okay, here comes in 1914. And the long period of waiting came to an end in 1914. Now, it didn't say beginning of 1914. It says the end in 1914. The proof of which it is abundantly given by prophecy and the physical facts in the fulfillment thereof, the prophecies of Christ Jesus, the great prophet, evidently fixes the date of the end of that period of waiting. The first evidence of the end of that period, of which was the World War, began in August 1914, and according to Revelation chapter 11 and 12, verse 12, or 11 and 12, there was about that time a war also in heaven, resulting in Satan and his wicked angels being cast out of heaven and down to the earth. And since then, the devil has continued his work to the nations of the earth. Now, when Jesus was with his disciples, when they asked him when the end would come, he told his disciples that neither the Son of Man, which is Jesus, nor angels knew the time or hour, only the Father. Okay, let's go back to this part right here. Christ Jesus, the great prophet, evidently fixes the date. Okay, the date of what down here? August 1914. Okay, Jesus didn't lie to his disciples when Armageddon was going to start. He said only the Father. So Jesus did not know nothing about 1914. He didn't know when his Father was going to pick what year, what month, what day, what hour. Only the Father knows. And if Armageddon was supposed to start in 1914 or any other date, it would have happened. Jesus only said, you will hear reports of wars. But he said that's only the beginning of the signs. So I mean, World War I was signs of the end. World War II, signs of the end. He said you hear earthquakes, one place after another, food shortages, all these things. So 1914 is a date that was made up by Charles T. Russell, which the evidence that I found in the books that some people showed me that originally 1914 was a date, originally was 1910, which I found the information correct. Then when 1910 fell, he made it 1914. And guess what? 1914, by accidentally, World War I happened. And he thought that was going to be the end of the world. Well, when 1914 ended, they changed the date to 1915. When 1915 ended, he changed it to 1918. But he died in 1916. But that's all old news. All that information. But it's just this part gets to me Christ Jesus definitely fits the date. I'm sorry, Jehovah's Witnesses. We've been lied to. This book was written by Jehovah's Witnesses. Jesus never fixed a date. He never told a date. So if he didn't know the date, nor the angels knew the date, so how could Charles T. Russell find out the date when Jesus didn't even know? Did God told Charles T. Russell 1914 was going to be the end when he never told his son? I'm sorry, but God is not that type of person or supreme being that would deny his own son or the angels and go below to mankind and tell them the date when the world was going to end. Please, people, wake up. Jesus didn't know the time of the hour. So this is one of the lies, many of the lies. Thank you. And please, do your research. The many books that Jehovah's Witnesses wrote has too many lies in it. Thank you and have a nice day.